shawty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shawty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage.
Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. Gets strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On first down, Murray being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Throwing on first down, Murray going up top. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 46 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Brady now on first down. Steps away to his left. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. First down, Brady. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Vinny Curry in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right hand.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Flex round! Let's go! What? None!
On 1st and 10, Murray escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray, they'll set up the screen here to mix it. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the gun, Murray. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Ohio! Let's go!
On 1st down, Murray. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this 1st quarter. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Murray. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Throwing again, Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Anthony Barr. He's the one that finally runs him down, and that is a big, big loss. 18 yards. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
From the gun, Murray. And the pressure gets to him again. Joey Bosa He's the one to get in this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And it's taken in at the 9. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Hey, Alabama, Alabama.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Hey, Alabama, Alabama. Go, go. Sugar, sugar.
Now Brady throwing on second down. He's going to fire one deep over into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49.
That's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Here we go.
They'll give it to Mixon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
To Mixon on the check down. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. Murray now. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Try and run with Mixon. And he is going absolutely nowhere, in the wrong direction. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to it's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to look out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me for 100 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy does it. In public, hated to love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies them getting paid for never take a loss.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. The ball on the tee. We're set for football. So a very short kicker. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Brady now on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, the defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
220! 220!
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Finding room to the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Like 20! Like 20! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56! 56!
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Hey, wait 20! Wait 20!
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Wait 20! Wait 20!
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Eric Armstead in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Sam Cook on now to punt it away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Here's Sam Cook now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Stephon Tuitt able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Kill.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they work this out past the 25. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. On play action, it's Breeze. Rolling to his left. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
21.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And a dump off to White. White's got a first down and more. Touchdown, Detroit. James White, 35 yards. And the Lions are in for 6. Getting your back involved, what's the important? Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
The Madden Elites heading back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that'll back them up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
White 20. White 20.
From the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Throwing now is Brady. Open man right side is Ingram. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
White 20. White 20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And Ingram holds it in. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They get 14 yards there at a first down. Throwing on first down is Brady. Flushed out right. And this one's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Brady will try again on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Easy. 13.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the... And this will be a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. So out now come the Lions. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. On play action. Now Breeze. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out of a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Breeze now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 6-time Pro Bowler Calvin Johnson, the intended target. And it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. Oh, a nice spin. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Second and goal from inside the 5.
14.
Play action. Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game, as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Superstar,